Cannon fuse making 101. Some of the things you're going to need is an inch stick, a couple different pair of scissors, some white glue. Today I'm going to use some double F black powder. I need some straws, and I've taken some labels, some Avery labels, and cut them down to 2-inch strips, about a 1/4 inch in length. So first things first, let's cut our primer tubes, or Quill primer tubes. I'm going to cut it about 2 1/4 inch in length. 2 1/4. And it's close enough to 2 1/4. So now we have our tubes cut to size. Next thing we're going to need to do is put powder in them. The way we do that is we take our double F black powder and just put a small pile there off to the side. We take our label, which is about 1/4 inch wide, 2 inch long, and we're going to smash that down into the powder so that it adheres to the sticky surface. Curl it in because we're going to insert it into our straw or our tube. We can, just to make sure we get a lot in there, we can add a little bit more. Once we do that, we take our white glue, we put a dot to seal the end. Take another label, 1/4 inch wide by 2 inches long. Smash that into our 2F black powder. Start giving it a curl or a bend in the middle. And that should be enough powder for a decent ignition, but we'll insert that into our tube. We'll just add a little extra powder. That one got stuck. Little dabbled glue, label. Next thing you're going to need to do is put our flange on it. We'll take this one here. We're going to take our small scissors, cut down approximately a 1/4 inch on one side, and then about half that, about 1/8 of an inch on the opposite side as a release cut. Flare it open, exposing our powder. Give it that butterfly. Now we can take our white glue, give it a little white glue on there, and dip it, set it to the side for drying. Get another one of our tubes, cut it approximately 1/4 inch on one side, and then on the opposite side about half that distance as a release cut. Flare it open, exposing where the powder is. Give it that butterfly, and dip it in our powder. And we have our fuse. If my vent is larger and I require a larger tube, no problem, I can use a larger straw. And when I'm using a larger straw, I use labels that are cut just about a 1/2 inch by 2 inch long. Do the same thing. Smash it into the powder. Okay. So it's nicely coated. Fold them over so that I can get them started into my straw. Slides all the way in. And then I can take my glue, put a drop in there to seal it off. And on the opposite side, I'm going to need to flare it. And this way I do it as a daisy flare or flange, making several cuts so that I can flare it out to where my powder is. Then I can take reinforcement labels and trim the excess, trim off the excess. And deal, add a little glue, and done.